Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tenderfoot Tactics, where I don't know if today we're going to reach the castle. We're certainly going to try, but I noticed something on our map, and I probably noticed this at some point before, but then I forgot about it on account of, my brain. There are a bunch of little X's marked on our larger map that I don't actually know what they mean. So, I'm wondering if it might be worth checking these out a little bit. Let's see if we can figure out where we are on this thing. Boy, I'm looking at this, looking at the map, trying to figure out what this terrain is. So, it's this, right? This is the bay. So, we could just strike straight out for that, or we could try to circle around and find this. They might be towns. It's possible that they're the major towns. I don't remember where that one major town that we went to was. I think we're going to try to circle around and check this one out, in no small part because that'll mean continuing to walk around the castle, and as such, perhaps finding a way up. So, if we just... There we go. If we just come back down here and keep following the edge of the cliff around. That looks like it's not going to be a terribly difficult battle. I mean, we're going to have to do some of these fights. I'm not concerned about whether or not we'll win them, but I am a little impatient. So I don't want to do a bunch of trivial battles just because I want to get where we're going already. Yeah, you know, the thing we do. So wait, what is the 1, 2, then us, then a third one, and then us again? Well, my feeling is that probably it's not a good idea to have Spot quite so low here because it's going to be hard to push him above any of the actual enemy team with that big block of 3 of them at the bottom. But this should be fine. So, obviously, Quinn should be over here because you got a really nice group of enemies. Actually, we probably want to shoot it right there if we can so that we get the healer as well. Yeah, you should also be over here. And then for the most part, they're just like single target fighters. So, I actually think this is fine. Maybe Willow more central because Pascal can get over if he needs to get over. Alright, really happy to see one of the healers go super early. And then, how far forward do we have to move to get... We need to move up 2 spaces to get the thing we want. That's not a problem. We can just run to here. Obviously, it's not ideal, because now Spot's not going to be getting any promotion. Yeah, we'll do it from here. Alright, that feels pretty significant. And then we have Nyx and then our own witch before that witch's turn. So Nyx is just going to get a kill. We don't have to worry about this. This looks like it might be a good whirlwind situation, actually. Like cast... It's a shame we can't get this guy too, but he'll poison out before his next turn. I think we want to cast the whirlwind right here. Just sort of smash all these guys into each other. So... Should be able to do that from... there... Wait a second. Did that start a fire? Why did that start a fire? Does Whirlwind... Oh yeah, Whirlwind 2 totally does have +4 fire. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Get everybody all together and then... Did it always? Hold on a second. I'm wondering if we had... Did we equip a thing that gives fire affinity on Nyx? Maybe we've made Nyx's... Because I don't remember it starting fires before, but my inattentiveness could 100% be responsible for that. So we don't really have a very compelling play for Nettle, sadly. I think really, yeah. Really, that's all we can do that matters. And even that doesn't matter very much. Uh-oh. Nyx is probably going to catch fire. You know, like in a bad way. Yeah, man, that fire really got going. It spread all the way to this corner, and it's gonna walk almost 100% of the perimeter of the map. Is Nyx gonna survive? No, just barely. Just barely, no. Alright, Pascal. I'm gonna have Pascal jump and then just grab a bunch of XP. Actually, the battle is largely over, and I want to make sure that we have a few levels left to get, right? Make sure that we're making progress on this. So it sort of doesn't matter what my positioning is here. Alright, so we have 3 people's turns to make sure that we actually get some kills before we start suffering side effects. It is a shame the enemies have really spaced themselves out very effectively here. Quinn also needs XP, right? We're doing stuff with Quinn. You know what I should do is I should just have a notebook. I should get a notebook and have it sitting next to the computer where I write down all of my plans so that I can remember what they are from moment to moment. This radical new invention called writing stuff down. Skelly was telling me about it the other day. Unfortunately, Spot is going to be hard-pressed to participate in the combat. Actually, never mind. We're fine. Yeah, worth it. Listen, you'll be fine. It's just a grenade to the face. Okay, fine's a strong word for, for the thing that you are. You'll live. Well, you know what I mean. Make sure those guys go down before the healer's turn, and then... Hooray! More XP. That feels like not a very efficient turn to me. I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but I think you're doing your job badly. So I guess that was less instructive, more just a comment. Alright, well that should be the end of that then. So we got some star studs, that's pretty whatever. So Pascal needed to get to Battle Mage 5, right? Yes. Alright, we're getting there. Nearer and nearer. And we're definitely just maxing out Thirst, that I remember. Maxing this out. You're just... good? I don't know. Spot doesn't feel like he needs to spend a lot more points. We have plans. I suppose leveling up this makes sense, and unspent skill points don't make a lot of sense for him, so yeah, maybe that's the play. We just don't need all the health. Alright, maxed out Combust, that's very exciting. So it does just say, are you equipped with a thing that gives fire? You are. So hold on, if I take your garnet off... Okay. There we go. So the fire affinity that we lent you causes your attacks to do more fire. Alright, makes sense to me. So, in order to... Boy, what is that? Should we go inspect that? That's a conspicuous shape, huh? So this'll be this little thing, right? That land bridge? Yeah. I guess let's go have a look. I know, I was just saying that thing about being impatient. Trying to get to where I'm getting to. And then I get easily distracted. Listen, the easily distracted thing probably comes from a lot of the same place as the memory problems thing. My brain is a very short-term operation. Like all of us, if you really think about it. That said, the opposition in this area is dense. Although I appreciate that their hostility circles are very, very visible, even outside of the area. Jeez, yeah. Dense indeed. Not interested in letting me just go where I want to go. Alright, well, I consider this a rebuffing for the purpose of getting back on track. We're just gonna go this way. We'll have time to investigate other weird shapes on the horizon soon. Later. Later and soon. What are you? You're spooky. Right? That's just like a person that's not shaped the way people are usually shaped in this game. They look like a clan member. Okay, we're basically making it back in the direction of the plateau. And everybody around here looks so weird and angry and very difficult to fight. Alright, so we're kind of walking along. What is the geographical feature that we're looking for to know that we're kind of in the right place? We want to see this bay with the big islands, right? If we're facing... Yeah, we're going the right direction, right? Boy, it doesn't look like we've gone anywhere at all. I guess it's a lot of distance to cover. Everything looks closer from far away. It's the magic of human perception. Well, we're going to have to fight at least some of the time. But I'm going to avoid as much unnecessary combat as possible here. Just until we figure out where the hell it is we're going. Well, I made anger. I caused an anger. Alright, so bunch of bog trolls. Really not a very impressive group of enemies, but it is going to be a lot of HP. So how early is early in this fight? Okay, we get some good timing advantage. We can do some real damage here. And I think the terrain's going to be really tough for them to navigate. Yeah, I'm cool with, like, this, I think. So I suppose I care more about the ranged one than the melee one, for obvious reasons. Seems like a fine start. And I guess move forward? I don't know that it matters very much. So I want to pull that guy back for continued AoE, but I also do want to hit all three of these enemies. This is probably more important. Wow, that didn't work the way I thought it was going to at all. Does it not? I guess I had been interpreting it as pulling enemies toward the origin square of the shape. At least it pulled them toward me? Alright, well maybe go hide behind somebody. But it's fine, it's not a big deal. Alright, we're gonna get a fair amount of damage on some of those dudes over there. And then... do we want to press forward and try to keep attacking them on that side? So if we run to here... I mean, I'm only going to be able to frost one of these three if I'm trying to aim in there. So I guess the smart move is just work right here, even though frost on these two does actually nothing right now. I mean, the unnerve does actually nothing. The damage is the thing we're after. The frost will matter later, some other time. Again, enemy's doing a really good job of spreading out annoyingly. Here we can at least thirst to hit both of these guys. Plus, it's got real creepy sound effects. If I was fighting a guy and he made the noise that Willow just made, I would be concerned. I would have concerns. and then go and continue to leech all the XP. Hooray! You can push your XP up pretty quickly if you're really focused on it. Yep, I did offer them this, didn't I? The good news is they've put themselves in a position where at least we're going to be able to get even better area damage. We're really going to be able to put the boots to them. Okay, so Quinn can kill 2, but I think what I actually want Quinn to do is shoot here and get poison onto that guy. Because Nyx can clean up more than one of them as well. Yeah, so a whirlwind from Nyx positioned like... Oh, it is a little awkward. Like, I want to do it here. I don't love what it's about to do to our own caster, though. Maybe it is instead just a salvo? Or, I mean, a combust, obviously. Combust has a much shorter range than I would like. I mean, this is really where I want to do it. Our positioning is just really awkward. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it like this. We'll use the smaller attack so as not to burn our own guy too badly. This particular song has a little bit of a, I don't know, like a Fallout 1 kind of feel to it for me. We can't make him path this in the way that he picks up all of the stuff. That's a shame. I should probably have ended in the other space. Oh no, this is fine. Gotten to the point where sometimes it is correct for Spot not to throw the grenade, if you can imagine such a thing. See, a lot of these battles come down to like a long string at the end, because we're so adept at this point at Unnerve. A lot of these battles come down to a long string of the enemy not being allowed to do anything, but me having not technically won the battle yet. Yeah, move to here. He'll die from this, right? Nope, not quite. We got him to 1 HP. Alright, continuing to return people to Nape. Not getting any levels. Ah! Enemies running down the mountain at us. Leave me alone. It's a lot of dudes. But they seem to be actually just slower than I am. If I run around them, maybe we could just keep running for a minute here until maybe I'm not gonna lose them. Hey, this is significant. This looks like a thing I care about. Obviously, we gotta lose these dudes. Ah, the railway line runs right to the gate. Did we... Okay, leashed. But not like very leashed. And kind of still in the way. Here. Yeah, let's try it. Multi-stage combat. We may end up getting sent home, although this doesn't look too bad. So, what is the turn order? We get 2 before they get to really do anything. So there's a bunch of water in the middle, which is going to cause some problems for our fire-based strategy, but obviously the Quinn thing is going to work just fine on this side. And Quinn doesn't actually have to be up here. But also there's no compelling reason for Quinn not to be up here. And then second is just Nyx with the combust also up here. And that'll probably do a hell of a lot of damage. And then what we want to do is put 2 people together in such a way that they will get they'll get comboed by the bog witches, because I think that'll compel the bog witches to attack Spot as much as possible. And I think we're fine with Spot where he is. Is this Pascal is before Willow? Let's reverse that, and then I think we're good. Apologies if the style is feeling a little bit stale. You know, it keeps working. To be perfectly honest with you, I think you are fine right where you are, even though running around does burn time. Well, we do have to move forward for you at least. And I'm going to move all the way forward, I think, to make it a little bit more awkward for the bog witches to bounce me back into Quinn. Alright, some work has been done. I did set myself on fire a small amount. That did happen. Just sort of the cost of doing business, though. It's how things work out here in the Tenderfoot lands. You're gonna summon some water, you're gonna ignite your own pants. It's just gonna be that way. So, can't really affect that guy over there. Yeah, we're not going to be able to run deep enough. We'll just do some of this. So the water is kind of running down. This is neat. The way, like, the water... I wonder if this will level out as time passes. Yeah, it totally does. So the water... The fluid simulation is running on the tick system. That's really cool. There's so much cool stuff in this game. Alright, it is my opinion that you should never, ever have a turn. We hit that guy with frost so hard his shirt froze completely off. Alright, we don't necessarily have to let you get a turn. Alright, I think Spot... So it would be 45 ticks for a kill. Spot might not actually be able to waste enough time. Yeah, alright. We'll give this guy a little push. Alright, so you're definitely dead. That other dude up there is going to get one final turn, and then... Boy, is it going to be one final turn? He still has so much HP. And actually, I'm realizing I'm making moves in sort of a way that is normal for our normal combats, but I'm realizing I don't actually know what is going to change between the multiple waves. Like, I bet we don't get him... I bet we don't get people back. Basically, I bet I screwed up here. Let's do this and get a little bit of healing. I probably have to be more careful about my health. We haven't lost anybody who's, like, critical yet. The witch is definitely the least important member of the team, but also it'd be good probably to lose no members of the team. Nope, or maybe it's going to be 3 separate... Yeah, we got him back. Okay, so it's just 3 separate combats, but one after another. That's not so bad. So there's a lot of water here, as before, and again, I think it changes basically nothing. So the poison's going to be a little bit less functional than I would like, and we don't get a good sense of... Yeah, we don't have any idea what their HP levels are. Shoot. Alright. I'm going to have Quinn lead on this one with a combust right here to do as much damage to these guys as possible because they have some really annoying stuff. And then... Well, actually, we're going to get 2 people before they get a turn anyway. Maybe I will have Quinn lead. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation here as to what the right play is going to be. Let's maybe, like... Boy. How do I do this such that they're definitely going to want to hit spot? I guess the right answer is we just put 3 people together. And that pretty much guarantees that they will go for this group with their attacks. Yep, alright. So, 100 health. Okay, the combust was not going to do the job by itself. So we're not promoting the one that goes really early. This should be fine. Definitely want to make sure we are separating our people. Alright, I did run myself into 2 whirlwinds. Maybe some parts of that could have been thought out better, I guess. I was just thinking I wanted to spread out so that the whirlwinds would be less likely to get cast on Nyx by the living enemies. But that's not the only thing that matters. Alright, do we want to focus real hard on the Sylph? We can probably kill it in 2, but honestly I don't think Spot really has a part to play there. I think Spot's move is something like just going over here. And... slamming. Boy. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, I mean, I'm doing it like this. I think we need to we need to create the unnerve. I can't hit Nyx. Alright, so the good news is they're gonna find themselves having some problems with taking actions. I think we're actually getting them a little underwater here. And then Pascal's best play is jump, I guess? Alright, then just move around as much as possible to waste time. Actually, can't really move around. Yeah, I don't want to go over here because of the way that's going to redirect the troll's attacks, but I do think we want to spend time. So what are you at? You're at 16. You are not going to die without a push. That's a shame. I really wanted to use Nyx's turn doing other stuff. Right, sequester yourself in the corner in an attempt to get these guys to not target you. And it worked, although at what cost, I ask? So there's no way we're going to be able to hit... I mean, I can just throw the grenade. we can let our poor friend die here. I think I'm going to. The battle's basically over. Alright, and you have like a tiny, tiny sliver of health left. Okay, that gold ring is definitely interesting. So again, they've grouped up quite tightly. This time, one of the people in this area is going to act pretty early on. I think I'm going to lead Quinn here because we can't tell exactly how much HP these things have, but I bet it's not very high. I bet we can do like a lot of damage. And by a lot of damage, I mean actually kill something. I bet we can actually kill something. So let's do this. Again, spot forward. Although here we have a much, much smaller chance of really affecting their targeting. I guess we could do... No, we're just not... We're going to find ourselves hard-pressed to affect their targeting. It's fine. So... the combust that we want is targeted here. I gotta move forward a space, but yeah, it looks like I killed 2 archers immediately. And I don't think that fire's gonna do enough damage on this guy, but it's honestly, it's pretty significant. May as well just finish the job. Oh right, the whirlwind. Why would I start thinking through the consequences of my actions now? So you can't really do the thing that we would traditionally want you to do. But we can, I suppose, do this, and the promote doesn't matter here because that guy's already next. 5 points of unnerve on the archer is definitely worth the time. So 33 is low enough that they die to frost? Sure is. And then we just gotta deal with these extremely annoying characters. They're pursuing a strategy very much like my own, in terms of only promoting people who will auto-promote when the promotion won't matter. Boy. What is the right way to do this? I guess it's to come down here. Spot didn't really need that XP. Do like this. It's gonna boost them up the turn order chart a little bit, but it gets them low enough that I think the combust is now lethal, right? Yep, it sure is. Granted, there are going to be some consequences for some of my guys as well. Okay. Well, where are we? Did it teleport me? Oh, okay. It pulled us up onto the ledge, I guess. We traveled through a tunnel and we came out right here. Okay, well that is very exciting news. That's a big gain. So wait, is there a camping point up here? Doesn't look like it. That's our current home. Yeah. Alright, it's very mysterious here and we have to be careful. Pascal hit Battle Mage 5, which is very cool. So let's go ahead and evolve you, my friend, into a weird salamander. You thrive in marshes, and we have taken you to a thing that is not exactly marshes. Quinn at night 4 is... What was I turning you into? Why did you need to be a knight again? You were going to become... something. I was probably trying to make you a battle mage? I should write stuff down. Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, I'm gonna start writing stuff down. So we don't have access to most of these other classes right now. Presumably I made you a knight for the purpose of making you either a polearm or a battle mage. If I was doing one of those two things, it might have been to push you in the direction of shaman, which I guess would be fine. Because we do want to play with shaman a little bit, but if that was the plan, why not just use Willow for that? I mean, listen, it's nice to have a battle mage. Alright, so Quinn, you're going to become a woods witch. No, you're not. You're going to become a goblin. For a second here. Sorry, hold on. Go back to being this. Let's spend your point. I guess on capping Shield Bash, and then evolve you. And Willow is pushing up toward Battle Mage 6. You're almost there. So what do we want to grab in the meantime? I probably don't want to start leveling up another skill that I'm just going to end up abandoning, so let's pick up Affinity and grab, like, Canticle, maybe? Yeah, that seems alright. Alright, and Pascal has Wretch 1. Sting seems potentially very powerful. 69 damage that doubles under any circumstance is very impressive. Heals cast by or on this goblin deal damage instead. That's very interesting, actually. The fact that it allows you to turn a healer into an offensive caster. We're definitely going to pick that up pretty early. So Cleanse seems powerful. Forest Walk is fine. Water Walk is not even interesting. Okay. Alright, we got some direction here. So, we could just go straight toward the castle. But now that we're up here... Yeah, what are these weird shapes? Let's have a look at some of these weird shapes, shall we? This is not the creepy skeleton-looking statue. But it is definitely conspicuous. So it looks like they're... Man. The fog is somehow even more menacing up here. Well, I guess we're fighting. There's no two ways about it. We gotta punch a hole here. Alright, Quinn is now just a normal goblin. And still the person who's going to go first pretty much all of the time. You go first, I don't really care about you. So let's make sure that these two are over here. Although actually their positions are probably wrong. And then Spot and Willow and Pascal actually has to get pretty close. Oh, I should have... I'm not sure if Pascal has the right affinity, the right memory skill or not. We'll have to take a look at that. I might want to do something different. Okay, like this. So where exactly do we want to put the arrow? Well, it looks like we actually don't get a lot of choices. So we're not going to be able to do a combust. Actually, if I move right to here... Yeah, we can combust the people who got poisoned, at least. That works out pretty okay. Leaves this guy at 12 HP. It's not going to prevent him from getting an attack off. But he'll die... Oh, no, it totally did. 12 HP is a lot of ticks. I'm actually quite surprised. Alright, Nettle is in kind of an awkward spot. If we move over to here... Nope, we can't even get a sprout or anything that matters. Alright, well I'm going to cast Clear then. We're just going to burn some difficult terrain out of the way and then wait. Pascal is going to... I guess Pascal doesn't have a lot of choices. I can only retch at this guy. Man, I retch so hard that you can stand, like it raises you up several feet. It's just a lot, it's a lot of matter being projected, you know? I'm actually pretty unhappy with myself for having said that, because now I'm envisioning it. I don't like it. I don't like it. That was a bad job. It's really cool to watch the fluid actually like spread out and seek the low ground. Alright, Quinn. Does it really matter where you are? Oh, no it does. Your good attack has a minimum range. I gotta remember. But you know what? I should have tried to move forward a little bit. I'm never going to give myself the opportunity to get a solid garrote off. this is going to have to be a salvo. What am I thinking? Okay, 49. Yeah, we're gonna hack through this pretty quickly. I think I have like an intuitive feeling that these things are much scarier than they are, owing to that first time we fought them where they all had spark and they just did a huge amount of damage to us really, really quickly. All right, how much have I cleared the area around us? Certainly hasn't gotten any lighter, and in fact there's still lots of hostile things standing just beyond arm's reach. So yes, the answer is none. I cleared out the area around us none, to none degree. Oh. That's down there. And I assume that if we go down we probably won't have to fight to get back up, but also I will have to fight when I get down there. We can see that there's critters. Okay. Well, that's interesting, and we'll totally check it out later. Let's just turn around and head back in the direction of the big scary castle. Salamander, lead the way. Sort of a marshy weather out here. I am concerned about the density of the enemies that we are seeing here. How did I manage to get myself turned around so much already? Probably just trying to steer around stuff if I'm turning my camera a lot and not making sure that we realign afterward. And now I'm paranoid about it. There is a bird nest over here. Yeah, I wonder how people feel about, like, the navigation and stuff in this game, because I really dig this, the sort of, like, uncertainty of movement and the fog effect and stuff, but I could definitely see how it might not be a universal hit. So let me know in the comments, like, does this work for you? Are you as kind of charmed by it as I am, or are you more frustrated by the difficulty of telling where we're going? I'm not really moving toward it even anymore. I kind of want to grab that feyweed. This looks like we're in an abandoned village, maybe? There's a lot of building-y shapes. But also, those building-y shapes are part of that, like, impressionistic backdrop that is moving along with us. This will give us the idea that we are near a village, without letting us actually interact with any of the things. The feyweed's just... well, alright. I will fight you for feyweed. Oh, grabbing the feyweed, right. Grabbing the feyweed, I remember it as a thing that moves the fog back when you do that, but apparently it has a pretty dramatic effect on any enemies who are nearby. So we're going to grab these birds, and then we'll head back toward the castle. Boy, everything... I think everything is closer than it's going to end up being. We might not be able to do this without getting in a fight. Never mind. A little patience will get you a long way. Although it's kind of funny for me to describe this as patience, picking around the enemies, when it's impatience that is driving me not to fight them in the first place. We are quite close. Although it's very difficult to tell what the terrain's going to look like more than about 5 feet in front of us. Okay, so the birds are, like, on this weird slope? Oh, they sure are. I don't think we can get to them. Oh, we're close. We're so close. There's another bit of raised terrain. We got it. We did it. An act of incredible heroism, clearly. Yeah, weird. Okay, so we're not up where we're going just yet. I wonder if we're going to have to find another tunnel, another building to go through, or if this is a thing where it's just like somewhere the slope will not be so bad. I mean, in theory, there can't be that much slope to check, right? Because at some point we would just fall off of the plateau back down onto the lower ground. I guess let's go look this way. I dig the Salamander's appearance. It's a cool looking class. Alright, we're gonna have to just fight our way through here. Sorry, this battle doesn't actually look very big. Yeah, this is not a problem. So you have Sprout, and you are the sneaky one. God, it takes so much damage. Why has everything got to have so much HP, I ask you? If I move all the way to here, at least we can get some... Yeah, it won't be a front shot on both of them. Get some actual damage through. Okay, and they didn't really separate very much, which is good news for me. I was kind of hoping that we could start a fire that would last through the application of growth, and then it would just burn the new plant life. But apparently not. Apparently that is not how that works. I don't really want to be doing this from the front of them, but if I go to the side, I have to hit myself in order to hit them both, and I think it's maybe not actually a great idea, given the situation. Like, things are a little tighter than I would like them to be on health, he says, before not healing any of his people. Here's the thing about defense. It sure isn't offense, is it? Also, I totally forgot to do the thing I said I was going to do and reset Pascal's memory. Well, now we're definitely going to remember to look at him between battles, because at least he's got a level up. Alright, Willow, frost this guy real bad. Yow. Right. Maybe don't do that. Maybe instead Thirst? Does a little bit of damage to one of us, but it does heal Willow to full. Are you... What is your facing? The eye's on this side, okay. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like there was going to be any universe where I could get the, backstab anyway, because of all the trees. All of the bushes, rather. Alright, well that's just like a very annoying thing for you to do. Wish that wasn't happening. Let's gloat and then... Yeah, wasn't anything we're going to be able to do about that. This is a shame, because now Nyx is dead. I do hate these enemies who constantly heal themselves for huge amounts of damage. Well, who constantly heal themselves for huge amounts while also doing damage to your entire team. Alright, so you're facing that way. I mean, if we move here, I can thirst without promoting you too much. And then... I mean, we have Wretch. What is the actual upfront damage on Wretch? Only 29? Yeah, so I mean, I can stand here and Wretch, and you're gonna get promoted once. And then you get to heal yourself for a ton. But now you're badly poisoned, and so hopefully we can make it work from there. So let's see, this does 69 damage. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much damage it does. You have to be able to apply a thing for it to matter how much damage it does. And then we're not going to be able to attack anybody, anywhere. Yep, we're going to gloat. And then we're going to separate from the rest of the team. Alright, that one's dead. The next time Quinn gets a shot, we will be able to finish that job. And then do we have to, like... Do we have to just ignore this guy? I guess I can jump here without promoting him. No, you know, we'll be able to get just enough damage on him to finish him off here. By not promoting, we make it safe. And then we may as well... There we go. Yeah, that big healing whirlwind is tough. That's a tough one. Right, so this ensures that you are actually dead. I was starting to get a little worried there. And now back to chucking grenades and everything. Hooray! And Salamander gets an explosive victory. Real gross. Just very, very gross. Alright, Pascal has leveled up a little bit. I do like Wretch quite a bit. I think we're going to max that out. And then let's also grab Rot, because it's got some weird applications. So, probably Jump is less good than Frost. What is the area of Wretch now? It's a tile, and then it sort of like cones out behind that tile. So yeah, I think we can afford to drop Jump, probably, because we have an attack that sort of does this thing. And I wonder if we should just take, like... Charge gives us some really weird utility. Thirst gives me self-healing. I don't know what free attack means. Is it going to pick from the attacks I have equipped, or is it always going to be like what the basic attack would be, even if you don't have that? I think we're going to take this just to try to find out. Try to answer that question. And then nobody's changing. Nobody's changing anything. Okay. Hard to tell. Hard to tell if we'll be able to find a way up. We might be able to find just like a little seam in the geometry and hop our way up it, because, you know, that's a time-honored way of traversing a three-dimensional space. But I would like to find the intended way to get up, if we can. And here I thought when we made it through the tunnel, our job was basically done. I mean, this looks interesting, right? This is... It's getting less tall. We might even... Okay. We might be able to hop up. Yeah, it feels like the slope is getting a little bit more navigable. Some more Feyweed up there. Oh, wandered into a thing. Well, I guess let's do it. Oh no. Oh no. So... That's a lot of stars. That's a lot of spooky stars. And they all get to go before any of us do. Awesome. Definitely good. So yeah, they have enough movement and attack range to hit us no matter where we start. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this one can't necessarily hit everybody on the team. However, if we start in a ball over here, we're going to get sewer sludged as hard as anyone has ever gotten sewer sludged. So I think This is 55 damage fireball. Boy, we're just dead, huh? I mean, not like the team, but they can choose to kill anyone they want, and there's nothing we can do about it. Alright, Nyx has to start way in the corner. Quinn is pretty tough, but not tough enough to take 2 of those. And this... But see, yeah, the thing is, this guarantees that now these 2 get hit by this guy, and then number 2 and number 3 can still pick off. So yeah, there's nothing we can do. They get to kill any member of the team they want with us not having any possibility of counterplay whatsoever. But we just have to endure it and put ourselves in this position where we have the best follow-up possible. So let's see, let's start you there. I mean, it's kind of just this, I think. Yep. And then it's probably still Quinn first, followed by Nyx. Should we be so lucky as to get that? It might be Nyx first. Yeah, it's not great. Let's put Spot third. Yep, no way to line up such that we are not getting absolutely manhandled here. Alright, so Quinn dies instantly. The Whirlwind's not very strong, which is nice. Okay. So you have to get really aggressive and drop that Combust. And that does most of it. Oh, right, except they have very powerful healing that is difficult for us to interact with. You can't throw your grenade far enough for it to matter. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, we can do this. We cannot get both of them, sadly. So now this one's gonna... Yep, just kill anyone they want. And we can't... Boy, man. The terrain is really fucking us here. Like, we can't do anything. If I try to do anything at all, I frost Spot super badly. But also, we don't really have a choice of, like, we have to do it. Because we have to get damage out. Okay, so you run to the corner and don't kill anybody. I really appreciate that. You guys get healed to full because of course you do. And you position yourselves such that a Combust can only hit one of you. Well, it does just kill you straight up. But if I do it here... Yeah, we do it here, because I think we can prevent this one from getting a turn. No, we can't. Of course not. What am I thinking? Let's produce some water. Is the one unnerve going to be sufficient? Yes, you're at 35. That is actually good enough. So we want to come around to this side, and we can actually get a pretty decent grenade off here. Thank God the explosions are not affected too much by elevation. So you're going to be able to cast... Ah, it's a shame. So we could frost right here. Oh no, we can't. I can't even do actually anything at all. Well, I can sprout. And probably have to. So you're dead? Yep. You do not have any play that does not kill this guy. But at this point, I think the damage is probably done. Right, because you go back to full health. Can we... One, two, three, four. Okay, we are going to be able to hit this thing twice. Unfortunately, not in the ways that I would like. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have to... Oh no, we don't have to grenade our own man. We can do this. I don't know if this is going to be... No, it's not going to be good enough. Well, it's not going to be good enough to prevent that thing from getting a turn, but a bunch of time is going to pass. It might poison out before any of the healers get a turn. No, this guy moved real short. Yep, and there goes the majority of our damage, and guaranteeing them another heal. Okay, so we're dead. It's over. You know, I don't think there's any way to do enough damage quickly enough anymore. Let's see, that's going to leave you at 32 and still poisoned. And Wretch does... Oh, Wretch does 29 on contact. So yeah, do this, renew the poison, and then run, and then... yeah, like, stand over here? Make it so this guy can't hit me without hitting his healer. Right, so he goes there, gives us the promote, that's important. We have our attack of opportunity thing, which we still don't exactly know how it works. But hopefully it will be relevant here. Okay, so yeah, it is just basic attack, even if you don't have basic attack. And I'm going to have to rely on that to be able to get the job done. But actually we can't, right? Because I do this. I retch on this guy. Oh, I just have to... What am I doing? I have to hit him with the rod, that's all. Wait, does rod have the same targeting? It does, okay. Yeah, man, maybe I should have been rodding a little bit better. I'm a little worried about how this is going to turn out, because now we've given him offense. Okay, so the AI does not play around it. That is spectacular information. So let's... I'm not going to be able to catch the other star with it, unfortunately. So I guess let's just poison you? No, this thing has so much health it'll never die, though. Let's rot it. And then run so that at least it can't hit both of us at the same time. I'm sure it'll choose to get the kill. But this way we don't take any extra damage. You gloat. And then get down here and grab this health. Yep, they'll play like Rot doesn't exist, so they'll kill him for us. And now it's just a matter of somehow defeating this thing. I'm not 100% sure can actually be done. Right, because it's just going to heal itself for so much constantly. But if I do this, it will at least heal itself instead of attacking me. I think. So So it's gonna heal itself to full literally every turn in a way that we can't stop? I think that might actually be the case. And we can't use Unnerve to change the turn order anymore. Yeah, and I can't hit it for more than... so the battle's eternal and we never win. Well, okay. Retry. We might be able to pull this off. But we gotta use the rot. We gotta use the rot more intelligently. Because this is like what the rot is for, right? This is perfect. And it looks like the initiative order is randomized, so they won't always just beat us by having all of their units grouped up at the beginning, which is certainly helpful. That being the case, we want to go like Pascal into Nyx, or Nyx into Pascal, something like that. And then Quinn can go third after we've established rot. Maybe pull you up here. Okay, so that being the case, I think I want Pascal here so that we have a real clean run-up. Nyx can attack from a little further away. Spot can be here. Yeah. So he'll just do that. He'll give us the promote. They won't quite have the kill. Oh boy, pretty close though. And they've actually made things better for us in terms of rot. Oh, no, not Wretch. Rot. There we go. Unfortunately, Nyx does die without getting to do anything, because that's how this battle goes. Alright, and then I think we don't have to do anything over here anymore. I think this one, in an attempt to save both of them, will instead kill them both. I'm a little surprised that the AI is not programmed to understand how the Blight works. I mean, that certainly makes this ability very powerful. I'm not complaining, understand. But, you know, I picked it because it seemed like it would be a really powerful thing. Let's just bounce you down the turn order a little bit and see if we can't do the same thing to the healer. Okay, that's much more successful, thanks to proper use of the rod. However, now we're having a problem where I can't get near any of the stuff. So what do you don't have anything that's going to do anything this turn. Well, I guess just, yeah, get up here. We're not in such a hurry to get XP anymore. Alright, when the caster gets its turn, it is going to kill Quinn, or kill Spot. There's not anything we can do about that. We can kill this guy right now, though. And unfortunately, it gets to do that from super far away and atop some very tall terrain. Now that it's just one enemy, though, and we have the levels of healing that we have, the levels of health and healing that we have, I feel like we can probably get this figured out. And we could potentially rot Nettle and just have Nettle shoot healing beams at it, but honestly, that doesn't necessarily seem like the right play when Nettle already has Frost. Anytime we could heal, we probably just want to do Frost instead. Alright, here we go. Now we can actually launch an attack that will do something. This thing has definitely put itself in a frustrating position, though. Do damage to bushes. Nope. That attack doesn't say that it clears destructibles. Can we get you from here? No. 3 tiles is insufficient. Well, we have this at least. Yeah, this will actually hit. That is a mighty projectile that comes out of that. Alright, there we go. Definitely more difficult. So it seems like it's just really hard to tell which kind of ninja enemy you're getting, and the fire ones are way more dangerous than all the others. It does feel like we've gotten closer to the castle here. Although, it looks like we are still going to have a hard time. Alright, well, unfortunately, I was hoping we'd be able to get up there and complete our great pilgrimage before the end of the episode, but it looks like it's not in the cards. This probably ought to be where we call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time on Monday, this is Friday's episode, right? When you come back next time, whenever the next episode is, we're going to figure out a way to get up to this castle. And we'll see you then.